Meghan Markle is being called out by royal fans for saying she was forced to get spray tans while working on Deal or No Deal. Speaking on the latest episode of her podcast Archetypes, Meghan said she was treated like a bimbo and objectified on Deal or No Deal. Several royal family supporters and commentators shared her pictures from an award show where they thought, wore bold outfits without being forced by anyone. Back in September, Meghan Markle was rubbing off the internet the wrong way with a look at the One Young World Summit. Meghan, who slipped into a red outfit for her opening speech at the event, is accused of wearing layers of spray tan to look black. Turning to his Twitter account, body language expert Jesus Enrique Rosas poked fun at Meghan, accusing her of faking appearances. "How many layers of spray tan would you like?" "Yes," he later quipped in another tweet. Others were quick to join the bandwagon, commenting upon Meghan's efforts to gain public approval. "Sorry, #Meghan Markle, you still don't look black. She's nearly at the point where she could be considered as wearing blackface," wrote one. Another added, "Self-tanner never looks even, it's always appearing splotchy. I can only imagine what the tanner is doing to her expensive clothing." However, her latest podcast episode didn't even chart in the US. She's one episode in the top 100, The Decoding of Crazy, which is 96. Body language expert Judi James analysed Meghan's way of speaking during the episode, as well as her reactions to Paris. She said, "It's an impressive and optimistic task for Meghan to be seeking sympathy for the famous, successful, beautiful and wealthy Paris Hilton, as well as her 2006 self during her Briefcase days on the TV during this podcast. But her running theme on Archetypes does seem to be to share heartbreak and tears with spectacularly successful names." Judi noticed that there was a moment in the episode where Meghan is close to tears, so much so that her voice broke. She continued, "There's a point where Meghan is heard getting tearfully emotional about Paris, with her voice breaking in empathy as she talks about the limiting experiences of being stuck with a dumb blonde trope." Although Meghan is interviewing Paris, Judi noted that Markle talked a great deal about herself during the podcast. The body language expert said, "The story is primarily Meghan's, though, as she starts her podcast in a signature and hugely engaging sounding storybook style. Her vocal range, her perfect enunciation, and her breathy techniques are used to reveal the tragedy of being so beautiful and yet knowing that she was so much more." She gasps in horror about her job being solely about beauty and how it made her feel not smart. As for Paris, Judi explained that the heiress defines herself with, "I'm kind and shy and an Aquarius, as well as being a girl's girl." Both women were nervous about meeting, but Meghan takes an incredibly kind tone to the shy but so high-profile Paris, telling her it's a safe place for her. Meghan describes the heiress Paris experience as so sad, and both women seem to come to a place of empathy via the shared experience of being so utterly beautiful, people assumed that they might be dumb. Meghan had been invited to speak at Spotify's female-run employee resource group, Women at Spotify, which is an employee-led group that fosters inclusivity and builds community, an attendee of the private event which was held on Tuesday. During her talk, Meghan praised the courage of protesters in Iran who've been protesting since the 16th of September following the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini.